Hello, it's AmBro, and this is quick showcase video about what we have done for better Bedrock version 7.2, and let's go. So firstly, client. We are pretty excited to announce our first client that is available on only the Windows and macOS systems. It's basically the external client, which means that it has less ability to render stuff on Minecraft screen, and that's why we currently added some things based on Minecraft's memory. The client is in early development and we will be updating it soon. It's just experimental release, and let us know what do you think about this, and let me show you the mods we have prepared. But before, mod menu. It's this window and you cannot access it in Minecraft once you are in full screen. Like, there is no mod menu inside the game, you have to go in the window mode, and that's because it's external. That's the way how it's working right now. We will probably update it, but we'll see later. Like, again, it's in early development. So, mod menus. Full bright. As the name says, once you enable it, you have the full bright. I can set to a midnight and everything is visible, no hard cam. Once you enable this mode and go to the survival mode, you don't have this hard cam, and I died, unfortunately. The next module is the force coordinates. It enables the coordinates in the world you are. So if you are on server and server have disabled these cards, you can enable this option and see them. Next we have auto sprint. So when you press W or go forward, you have always sprint. And we have the zoom. Once we go to the options, we have you can set the hotkey or enable animation. So once I go to the Minecraft and click this button, I have zoom with animation, or I can disable it, and that's how it works. Next module, we have the free look. It also have option, like it's currently to the Z number. I hope that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. And when you are in game, when you press this button, you have this free look. You can also zoom inside this, and yeah, you have also the keystrokes, but this is currently experimental. It doesn't work when you are in full screen. It's experimental, doesn't work in the full screen, only in this one. So we have also the left and right click macros, and when we open the options, we can choose how many click per seconds we want. You can also select the randomizer, and this will make that it's not always 20. Sometimes it's a bit higher by 2 clicks or a little bit more. Like, it's range from 18 to 22. And there is also option disabled in menu. So when you have this enabled, when you are in the screen, macro doesn't work. Like, it's only working in the HUD. So we have to bind hotkey. I have binded already to the X button, and when we are in game, we can enable or disable it. You can see on the left. So if I enable this, and this works by holding, so there is no bind. This X is to enable or disable. Once I hold left click, this will work, and click, as you can see. And same logic is with the right macro. So I have, let me change the game mode. So if I have disabled this or K-bind, that's how I'm building with the right click. If I enable this, that's how I'm building. And yeah, in our mobile app, we updated the config to match with the new latest version of texture pack. and we are in process of releasing the mobile app to Play Store or just Google Play. You'll be able to download it from here. The website didn't receive much updates like mobile app. We updated the download links and added the client to the download section. Alright, so texture pack. Let's start with the UI and from the subscreen, as you can see. We added to this version, of course, the changelog. You can find it when you click the About tab and go to the changelog. It's everything here, so I will show you everything right there. And you can pause video if you want to read it all. And in the changelog tab we added another button called Open Extension Packs Previews, and what it does is when you click it, you open another screen about the all extension packs, and you have the whole description about them with the effect before and after. We added a new subpack option to the main pack, and it's everything explained, as you can see. And the default mode is the default. Everything is in the pack. There is also controller mode. It allows you to open mode menu with the controller input. It's a little bit buggy. Again, it's explained. There are two new ones called UI mode with modes, and this is basically the most efficient mode you can choose. And in this mode you have the better Bedrock UI, but you cannot open the mod menu. There is also a option without mods, and it's only at the better Bedrock UI without other mods. Like the HUD is the vanilla one. And if someone is curious, this is the custom sky overlay that I have made. You can download in from the description. Pretty cool pack, not gonna lie. We also added one new extension pack called Dark Mode, and this is basically the texture pack created by this person, and we just modified it to be compatible with the better Bedrock. It doesn't throw any errors, everything works fine, and you have the all default texture as a little bit darker. And we also updated the waypoints pack. It doesn't throw any errors. No, and that's all for the extension packs. Gameplay changes. But before we are going to check the HUD, let's go to the pause screen. And in the pause screen, everything seems to be the same, but we added the about screen from the start screen to this one. And what you can do is check the all information, mobile app, and changelog, but also open the extension packs. It's pretty useful when you forget what's the combination for waypoints. You can always open the screen and check the combination to create and to remove dev point or waypoint. Everything is right there. We also removed this bubble sound when you click on the hotbar. It was really annoying for the mobile users. You can test it on desktop, as you can see. We also fixed the missing animation for the jukebox, box. I don't know how to say it, but you know, the animation for this text, it was missing, so it's right now in the correct position. The lightener module opacity got increased, so the general output is more brighter. Let's check the new features in this version. So let's start with the mod menu and new module called items counter, and it's the classic counter. It just counts for this type of blocks, items in your inventory. Like if you have splash potions, it's like, as you can see, you have the 8 of them. It works with the stew, totem, and there is also option for custom element. And we also can move this thing around the whole screen. You can disable or enable and set the background. But currently it's the stone, and once we search for stone, it should count out. Yeah, it works. There is another module called nether quartz, and this one is basically your quartz divided by 8, and it allows you to see what will be the course from the overworld to nether. So if I will place here the portal, my course will be this in nether, and it works vice versa. Of course, there are options for them, like the offset. You can move this thing around your screen, background, enable shortened texts, and enable or disable from the course from the overworld to nether by these two toggles. There is also a new slot switcher module. It's basically recommended for the mobile users. What it does, like you select the first slot and the second slot. Currently the first slot has priority, and once I click this, we have the second slot index. And this is basically the slot switcher for these hotbars. If I change from the first one to the fourth, once I click this, I can move, like as the name says, switch the slots between. And like there's option also for the scale, the indexes, opacity, and offsets. We added many buttons for the HUD. What I mean by this is, like, when you open the inventory HUD, you can enable this option, and this button will show up on the HUD. I can only enable it for the debug menu and for the lightener. So firstly I have to enable it, otherwise this effect from the lightener will go away. And the main idea of, I can also enable these buttons. So the main idea of these elements was, like, while you are playing on the touch input, like it's purely for the touch users. Many people complain that if they have the debug menu enabled, they have to go to the mod menu and manually disable it. Currently you can't just click this on the HUD and show all these elements, like lightener, tab, or the HUD. And in my opinion, this is very nice quality of life feature for the touch users. Like, they don't need to waste time to manually open the mod menu, search for this module and disable it manually. Like, they can just enable the HUD button and click this on the HUD. Hope you liked. And with the HUD buttons, there are also the mobile shortcuts. And in the previous version, if you enabled them, the position was static. Currently we added the offsets to each of them, and this is the style of the elements that are visible on mobile in this corner, like the emotes, pause screen, etc. And currently you can switch between the vanilla buttons and the UI one. Also the opacity is customizable. Oh yeah, and I may forgot about one module related with the inventory slots, or with this module. I am talking about the free slots viewer, and this is this element on the HUD, and it's the same thing for items counter, but it's for every possible item. So it just scans out how many slots are left by this value, and it's pretty customizable. Like, you can show icon, you can enable the color indicators, or enable or disable part of the max slots, and of course move around the screen and change the opacity of this. We added also one new option for the chat that many our users wanted. It's option called the chat animation. So currently, or also in the previous version, this chat animation, this slide chat animations were always, like, you couldn't change. Currently, once you click this button, there are no animations on the chat, and it works also for the bottom chat, top chat, and with this destroy message animation or not. with all options, and yeah, these options are very simple. We also fixed or adjusted some texts, some another UI logic elements to not throw the errors, and basically these are the most important new features in this texture pack version.